Welcome to episode 42 of the Sweet Natured Cruise Cast. Hi, I'm Linz. As always, I'm joined by Marky.
Hello.
Hello, and today we're talking what to do when a cruise disappoints you. But first, a little mood music.
Yeah, the poolside cocktails tasted weak, and the balcony door had a terrible squeak. That little voice got loud and clear. What are we even doing here? Oh, the gangway's down, the hopes are high for a turquoise sea and a sunny sky. But the buffet's cold and the staff is tired. The vacation dream has just expired.
What did you think to today's intro music?
I think that's Christmas number 2.
Oh, well, the full version of the song can be heard at the end of it, and it's a really good song. It's very catchy. It's very cruising muggles again. I was inspired by sort of Sabrina Carpenter and Taylor Swift and that sort of stuff. So,
Nice.
yeah. Shall we?
And a bit of Dolly, I feel.
A little bit of Dolly.
There's a Dolly.
I don't think you can have any sort of country track, modern or classic, and it not have a little bit of Dolly in if it's a female singer. I think it's just impossible.
Well,
She's
we
that
all
influential on it,
we all
isn't she?
need a little bit of Dolly in us.
We do. Shall we move on to what we're doing in the cruise cast
Oh,
today?
disappointing cruises.
Yeah. We've also got some cruise news as well, as
Okay.
always. No cruise confessions
Because of
today.
saving them up.
Not just because we're saving them,
Oh.
but because it's an early morning
It
recording.
is an early morning, and you know what? You know the deal.
We're even on coffee this morning.
And I have to go to work.
Well, shall we kick off with disappointing cruises? Because you mentioned this on the live stream
I feel it's a good
at the
subject.
weekend. What has prompted you to do this?
It's when you build one of those things up in your mind, and then you get there and it happens, and you're like,
It's
why
not-
is this
it-
thing not as amazing as the thing that I thought this thing was going to be?
Yeah, where it doesn't live up to the expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Rose
We-
tinted. I want to
is
say,
it rose-tinted glasses?
No,
I think
it's
it's
not.
rose-tinted glasses if you've been on it before and remembered it different to what it was.
yeah, and I haven't reached that stage yet.
I think we have to a degree, but we'll come back to that in a second.
Maybe it's where you dream, and then it happens.
And the dream didn't come true.
And the dream didn't deliver.
Now, don't get me wrong. This might come across as a bit of a more negative one because we don't really do
We don't do
negative ones
negative.
on it. And I would rather be on a disappointing cruise than no cruise.
This is true.
But as you said, you build them up. Sometimes you've waited years to get on them.
Yep, we had.
And then when it doesn't work out,
When it doesn't,
it's a bit frustrating.
what is it? Is it satisfy? Is that what I'm
Well, it
saying?
doesn't satisfy. Maybe it is. It's definitely disappointing.
Doesn't scratch your itch.
But what I thought we'd do is we'd talk about some examples we've had. And then there's a news story that broke just a couple of days ago where we've had one of our community get in touch about it. It
Mhm.
also went massive over social media yesterday.
Oh, yes, it
so
did.
we'll get back
I've
into
seen
that in
it.
a
I know
second.
it. So it's
Yeah.
not a surprise to me.
No, well,
I love the responses.
I feel that it's at this point now practically impossible to have not seen online,
Okay.
even if you're not a fan of this cruise line.
Mhm.
But let's kick off with some examples of ourselves where something's disappointed.
Mhm.
And I'm going to go back a bit of distance as opposed to just the most recent
Oh, I was
one.
going to do the Wayne's
Do-
World
do
thing.
Wayne's World, do it.
No.
Do-do-do.
No, I can't do it now. I can't do it now.
Do it anyway, it's fine.
That's so you.
It is. NCL,
NCL?
yeah, when we went on Epic,
Oh.
that was after many fantastic cruises, one after another, which were right at the early part of
Of our cruise.
our cruise lives,
Yeah.
where we'd been on Royal Caribbean a lot. We'd also just done Disney,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next one was
Epic. I can.
was it Epic?
It was, no.
What do you think was it about that particular cruise that disappointed so much?
I didn't know we were going this far back. Well, Dr. Mark,
Is that cruise therapy?
it was just, the service didn't feel the same as Royal Caribbean's. Do you remember they were clearing the plates and we were still eating?
Yeah.
There was the towel situation, where you had to book out towels and then people stole your towels and then you had to defend
Defend
your
not
towel
paying.
honour.
Yeah.
It didn't feel the same. It felt like a more not as premium as Royal Caribbean. This is way back when in these
Well, this is 20 years ago now.
in these times. Yeah.
And I think that was one of those ones where we'd built up an expectation from being on a couple of different cruise lines
To what it would be like.
to what it was. So it wasn't specifically a fault of NCL, because for all we know, that's just what that was like. And if that had been our first cruise experience,
We wouldn't have expected any different.
we wouldn't have been disappointed by it, because we wouldn't have known.
No,
Now, would we have been as enthralled by cruising? It's impossible for us to say,
no, we
because
can't say.
that might have just been
Yeah.
the bar at that point. And then when we went on Disney and Royal Caribbean, it may have been raised.
Yeah.
But I think 'cause we did it in reverse. And I think that's the problem that a lot of people have with maybe trying a different cruise line.
Yeah, and you're paying you're paying your hard-earned cash, and you want to make sure you've got, if you're working, you've got limited holiday days, annual leave. It's a big risk for actually doing it when you know a certain thing is a certain way. However,
Well, you get some people who, we were part of these people, in quotes.
these people.
These people who stick with a cruise line for a long time. Our first however many cruises were just Royal Caribbean, because we were very happy with it. So we thought, well, what's the point in trying something else?
Yep.
It works for us. It works for our child at the time. Everything ticks a box. So what's the point in having that risk?
Dabbling with something else.
And it's only when something then isn't as good on that same line, or standards deteriorate over a long time.
Maybe so we went back on Royal Caribbean. I feel we need to sort of
Absolutely.
pick this up. So we went back on Royal Caribbean recently, and it
That
felt
was on Independence of the Seas.
Independence
so just to
of
be
the
clear,
Seas.
That's a ship that's a ship that was 2008, I think, 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
So it's not a new ship.
No, similar
not
age
old.
to me.
It's virtually the same age as you. Not sure what that makes me at this point, if it's only 2008. But we have been on ships that are older recently as well, such as Ambassador, where it's not necessarily the age of the ship that's the problem.
No, it's that it was.
Do you want to expand a little bit on what it was that
It disappointed us. This is what we're talking about. It disappointed us. The feeling wasn't there. What we expected. It was also like we had a group of people on there, because we're like, come back with us. We've always loved Royal Caribbean, and we were like, what the actual beat is this? Because
what was the first point in the
children,
cruise
all the children.
I didn't say what was it specifically. I mean, that links into the other story in a minute, but what was the first bit when we got on that disappointed? Because I have to say,
the key getting
the
on.
Key,
yeah.
And we
And
were
that was
on
great.
the ship by 10:45.
We were like, this is
We
great.
were one of the first people on the ship. We weren't sat in the terminal more than 2-3 minutes
No,
at the most.
we only sat down a couple of minutes.
So that bit, I was like, oh, this is good.
I tell you when I was like, oh no, is when
When you went, oh no.
when I went, oh no, is when we went to lunch. We had the key lunch.
We did, yeah.
They put us a lovely table together for everybody.
Yeah, we all got to sit together.
We all got to sit together.
There were no problem with that whatsoever.
No.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Is when we wanted to make some dining reservations, some specialty dining reservations with
And you have a dedicated,
merge.
you have like a dedicated concierge as part of the key who does all that for you. It wasn't that we were asking for anything special. That's what, and they came round to us to ask us.
Yeah. And we wanted to sort of merge some bookings, and everybody on the group knows this. No, they were there, and they're like, okay, well, Stuart and Karen are booked in Giovanni's on this night at this time. We'd all like to join them. They're happy about that.
We didn't just ambush.
Yeah, we all want to have a lovely dinner together. Can you? Yes. Scrappy piece of paper, writing down. So no princess beep beep boop.
You mean they weren't embracing technology?
There's no embracing technology.
I would like to point out, I know someone else who prefers a pen and paper, who's not sat more than 2 foot away from me.
Look, if I like a pen and paper, but I'm not going to be so scrappy about it when I'm speaking to. I'm going to at least have a clipboard. I'm going to have a clipboard when I go and speak to people and take their bookings. So it looks like I'm not writing it on
You're
the.
a professional clipboard person.
I'm a professional clipboard
That was the
person.
bit that disappointed you. She didn't have a clipboard.
She did no. She basically had a scrappy bit of paper that could have been like a bar mat, and wrote down the numbers, and then went right. Okay. And then what about this night? Right, scrappy piece of paper. Blah blah blah.
And to be fair, it wasn't just the one booking. There were sort of 3 or 4.
Yeah.
We booked a couple of new ones as well. So what was the problem then with that?
None of the bookings were like the bookings. We were booked on with somebody called Stacey, Tracy, and Macy.
There weren't Macy. I think there was
Alvin.
Sharon. There was definitely a Sharon. So they managed to get every single part of that wrong.
Chippendale.
And to the degree that collectively we all had to go to guest services and speak to various people, probably 3 or 4 times.
Oh, we all had different times for dinner.
And every time they said it was resolved, it got more wrong. And you're like, how can it be this difficult to get a table of 10 in 5 different cabins together?
And then when we arrived, so then we went to Chops. We had a lovely dinner.
We did, yeah. Well, that were just us and Steve and Heather. So there were only 4 of us on
yeah,
that.
but we were ready for a fight.
Well, because on that
Chops.
one, the not got
still
us
wrong.
down with Steve and Heather. They got us down with
still
someone
wrong.
else.
We got us some down with somebody else. So we turned up at Chops, and they were like, and we were like, here, and they're like, oh yes. And they don't. This is the thing about the technology as well. It's all stateroom number because they don't know your name.
No, they don't.
It's all you're all just a number on Royal Caribbean.
But that's not a problem with Royal Caribbean. That's the bigger ships. You're not going to get that same level of personal service that you do on the
Princess, they know.
They cheat.
They do cheat.
They've got a device which literally then pops up on the screen and says, "This is Linzi Mark."
I would describe that as ethical cheating.
Ethical cheating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's helping.
Well, they're using technology to help people.
People use technology for ethical cheating all the time.
I'm sure they do, but that isn't the subject of this conversation.
Anywho.
So you're saying that they use the staterooms?
Yeah, you're a number. You're
Yeah.
basically a number.
But to be fair, when we got in there,
It was right.
it was right. And the food and chops were fantastic. It
And the
was
service
really good
was
meal.
amazing, and it was a lovely, lovely experience. We had a really, really lovely evening. I want to say that was the most professional dinner, service-wise and delivery-wise.
I think, yeah, if you bundle it all together, the quality of the food, the service, and just everything.
Yeah.
But we paid a massive premium for that.
Yeah, we did.
Because chops is not cheap. It's
not
a lot
cheap.
more expensive than I remembered
It's
as
not
well.
cheap.
So I think that were like £45
So
each.
what? So that we liked that. So we were prepared in respect of what to do with a disappointing cruise. We were prepared. We didn't have receipts because they don't do that because it's just ridiculous. And we handled that.
Yeah.
Giovanni's, on the other hand, these are all speciality dining as well.
Yeah, that you're paying the premium for.
That was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we won't go into that too much on air. One, because I don't want to spoil the review that we're going to do. That's going to be a good review. But also, it'll take up the next 25 minutes
I've got to go to work.
Of this, and that's all we'll draw. Well, we will just say that it's right down there as one of our worst speciality dining experiences, and everything that we just praised chops is the exact reverse.
Yeah.
And that's when there were 10 of us. 10 of us.
10 of us, yeah.
So that was sort of very frustrating from that point of view. But there were other elements of it that we were disappointed at on the cruise. And I think, going back to what you said right at the start, it's not rose-tinted glasses. I think there was an element of rose-tinted glasses for us because I think now, for me personally,
I'm not doing that. People are just going to think you did that to me randomly.
But if they watch the live stream, they'll know that's
No, what I'm saying is, we were talking about what to do on the disappointing cruise. I think our advice is find a safe space. Find a bar
or a lounge or something.
Or a lounge or a dinner venue that is your safe space.
Yeah.
And stay and just go there.
No, not every cruise line has that.
Stay in your cabin.
Because
And
I
just-
think, well, one of the bits that the reason that we're talking about from that perspective is because we booked this cruise. Royal Caribbean, we know firsthand, because that's why we used to love them so much, is a family cruise line. But we'd booked it in term time, expecting there to be less children than normal, and therefore not to be as chaotic in things like the windjammer, queuing up stuff, not having kids going up and down the elevator,
it
pressing
being
every
a
button.
children's party rather
Yeah.
than a sophisticated
No, don't get me wrong.
bar.
Some of the children are incredibly well behaved and parents looked after them. Some of them more feral.
Yeah.
But we weren't expecting there to be over 100% capacity on a ship and over 750 children during term time.
No.
And therefore, maybe that's our
We
fault, but
we hid in the
no
adults
reason to
pool.
expect
We
it.
hid in the adults pool, but the kids, when they can walk through it as a walkway,
They can that.
and they just took so
It's
long.
not like a dead end one,
No.
like on someone's on the Oasis class where it's solariums at the back.
No, it was like they took forever to walk through there because they knew it was adults on. They were like, oh, we're gonna
Yeah, but
walk.
we'd done that as kids. When it's like go to bed and you take 3 hours to walk up the stairs.
Yeah, it was like that. I'm walking through the adults area. Look at me. I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here.
To be fair, we were in the hot tub.
Oh, and they went
right in
over the
there.
bridge.
They did, yeah.
You didn't need to go over the bridge.
No, but
I'm going over the bridge.
Are you honestly saying, as a kid, you want to go over that bridge? I would have
I'd
definitely
have
gone
played
over that
poo
bridge.
sticks on that bridge.
But when they did see children in there for any significant period of
They
time,
were ushered.
they were ushered out on it.
Yeah, 'cause-
Sometimes to the protest of the parents, but
Yeah,
it's an adult only.
we went for an after dinner hot tub because that's what we like to do and just have a little chill. And one child was walking through. I'd say he was about 12,
Yeah.
in that difficult age, sat down on the lounger and just stared at us.
That was so random, wasn't it?
We were like,
Well, that don't feel weird at all.
it was very weird. It was very weird.
And then his
It was even
parents came
weird.
in.
No, his dad then came down and sat at the side of him.
Yeah, but then the mum and daughter appeared, and then a few minutes later, I remember a staff appeared as well. So it's adults only in here, even at this time.
Yeah.
So well done to him from that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some other disappointing ones, because this was the one that Martin sent over
Okay.
earlier this week, and there's no way we could record that this week and not talk about it. 'Cause it fits into that.
And is this part of cruise news too?
No, this isn't even cruise news. It's part of the disappointing cruises.
Okay, Matt.
Because P&O announced this week.
So this is cruise news.
Yeah, but it's not in the cruise news. It's part of disappointing bit, because
Okay.
Martin
This
sent
is
it over
is
for
this
us knowing
easing us into cruise
easing
news?
into cruise news.
Okay.
But it was sent over because Martin heard you on the live stream saying what we were talking about.
Okay.
They booked onto, I can't remember if they said Arcadia or Aurora on P&O, which are the adults-only cruise ships.
For the P&O line, yeah.
P&O is a, generally speaking, multi-generational cruise line.
For the big
Most
ships.
of its cruises, including Britannia, so not just the big ships
Yeah. That's big.
on it. It's still big, yeah. But it has two older, smaller ships, Arcadia and Aurora, that it made adults only.
And people love.
And people absolutely love. They're two of their favourite ships. Sure, they need a bit of TLC in some of them, and some of them have just had that.
Yeah.
But people book onto those specifically because there are no children on.
Yes.
Now, this isn't... I saw some of the things in social media yesterday where there were people being extreme on both sides, which is always the case on social media, but where people were saying, oh, well, why be children haters? Or, what's the problem? I don't think it's about people being children haters. Some of the people we see on adult-only ships, including Virgin, including when we've been on other ones like Windstar on it, it's not that the children haters.
No.
A lot of them have children on there. It's, to be fair and blunt, they're having a break.
Yeah.
And they don't want
They don't
that.
want children. They don't
And
want them.
I don't think that, for like us on Royal
They want
Caribbean,
to embrace
that
their
was
inner
just,
child.
yeah, for us on Royal Caribbean, it was just a case that there were far more children on there than we expected.
Yeah.
And that's on us for picking
Stupid.
a cruise where that could have happened. We could have picked an adult only and we wouldn't have had that problem. So that's our issue. It disappointed, but it's our problem. If I booked out for next year, because this is when this changes, so this is less than a year away, for the 2026-27 season, they've added 20 of the cruises for Aurora and Arcadia, which will now be family one. So for the first time ever, they're allowing children on it. Now, the problem that I've got with that is if I'd booked that out, specifically, you book those ships because maybe you like the smaller ship. That might be a reason. But you also probably booked it because it's an adults only one.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's children going on.
Yeah.
But the other big problem, those ships are not geared for children.
No, they're not.
They have no children's play areas. They have no clubs. So what are the children going to do on there? It's not going to be fun for them. There's no splash zones. There's no high wire. There's no slides.
I want to know what data they took. I know I'm going to go a bit nerdy here, but what feedback data did they take in order for people to say Aurora and Arcadia should have children on? Have P&O just went, we can increase capacity and therefore increase revenue by having small people in the rooms by banging in some sofa beds, and that will increase revenue?
Yeah.
Or have they got the data to say this is what the guest wants? I think it's probably how do we increase capacity on these ships without building any more bigger ships?
Obviously, we've not sat in any operational meetings with P&O.
No.
So it is us purely speculating.
Because we're not all... I was going to say something really weird then.
What were you going to say?
About my teeth and another part of me, and that we don't just think about things... We look at things in a business corporate sense as well. We come at it at a different angle.
So I'm now thinking about that purely from a business corporate point of view. I think what they did was wrong. I think if they wanted to change it to that, they should have waited till the next booking cycle.
Yep.
Not for people who've already booked.
No.
And giving the options to change, which they have.
Yeah.
Might be well and good, but people might not be able to change to different times.
Do you know who I feel sorry for? The poor social media person that has to go back with the comments, who has to respond to all the comments.
Social media yesterday was absolute chaos for them. And
it was almost like the way they were responding was like if you watch a really traumatic TV show and then the channel then puts on, if you've been affected by anything in this program, please contact us. And that's what they went back with.
It is, yeah. Every time. They were a copy and paste answer, which is a big corporation, isn't it? They
didn't put a statement out. They didn't. Everybody knows why they do it.
Just matter of fact. You know what? It was such a big change.
Yeah.
The problem that I've got with it is that and I'll go back to my reasons in a second. I'm assuming, I didn't check the specific date, so apologies for that, but I'm assuming that all these ones that they've made, the 20, during school holidays. That would make sense. That they've not suddenly made them family focused when it's in term time.
No, but that'd be why Christmas is affected.
Yeah. So
but people who go for a kids-free Christmas.
Yeah. But also, if, for instance, I worked in a school, which I don't.
No.
But if I did.
A lot do that, Con.
I had to go on school holidays.
Yeah.
It's not just the parents, but people who work in those.
You wouldn't want to be surrounded by other people.
You want to be surrounded by 500 children?
No.
Probably not. They're probably as keen to get an adults-only cruise as anyone.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be incredibly disappointed. Now, going back to the business side of it, I think it is absolutely as simple as the other ships are sold out, which they are, generally speaking. The big ships, they sell out on pretty much every cruise during summer holidays and school holidays and Christmas. The smaller ships, Arcadia and Aurora, don't necessarily sell out every time. So they can sell them out and they can get more money per stateroom, which is what you touched on. If you can get 3 or 4 people in there, and even if you give the children it for free or half price or a third or whatever, buy one, get one free type thing, then they're still going to spend more money on board. So your revenue per sailing is going to go up. And we do know, there's been plenty of discussions about this in the past on here and elsewhere. Carnival is a for-profit organisation and it likes profit.
Yeah.
And if it can make more money per sailing, then why would it not do? And that isn't painting them as this evil corporation. They are a business. They're there to make money. But I think there's ways and means to it. If they wanted to change the 2 ships into multi-generational ships, and that'd fit the rest of the brand. These are the 2 outliers. If they changed it, then just do it from the 27-28 season.
Yeah.
Give people notice now that these are going to change.
Yeah.
People will moan. And what they might find is that volume was so loud of people moaning that they might keep one of them.
Yeah.
And that'd sell out every time then.
Yeah.
Change the other one into it. Also
Yeah.
gives them enough time to go into a dry dock
Mm-hmm.
to put stuff in
Get
there
all
for
the little-
children.
Yeah.
Because right now, if you're taking a young kid on there, what is there for them to do on Arcadia Aurora compared to the bigger ships?
Dominoes.
And bridge. So I'm not feeling that it's going to be necessarily the best thing for the children.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to discuss on disappointing cruises?
Well, I don't feel we've helped today, to be honest with you.
This wasn't about helping. This was about sort of a therapy session.
You know what? I think you're right.
And I guarantee, if you've had a cruise that's been disappointing, let us know in the comments. Tell us, what was it that you expected? Was it rose-tinted glasses that you remembered it different to what it was? Is it that it's dropped down? We had someone reach out to us on Instagram yesterday who had been watching our Ambassador series.
Mm-hmm.
They are platinum level on Cunard. And
Big
they've said
level,
that the
big
service
tier.
has dropped down. So going back to what I said, that they've stuck with it for a long time, but they've gone, it's just not what it was anymore.
Yeah.
So they were going to try Ambassador now.
That's lovely. That's lovely. I
You
think they'll
should
be
try
really
other cruise
pleasantly
ships. Try 'em.
surprised.
They might not be for you.
No, and I bet it's 2 for 1 in pricing as well. From what I bet it's even less.
It's probably cheaper than it was what they're looking at, but that's not the reason behind it. It was,
No,
okay,
I'm not
this
saying
isn't
it
what
is.
it was anymore for us.
No, but if
Let's try something
you
different.
start trading on your name and it all.
Nothing wrong with doing that. Shall we have some cruise news?
Yes.
And there is some disappointing cruise news in here,
Oh.
as you might have expected from this. So we're recording this on the 8th of October. Yesterday, the 7th,
Mm-hmm.
Virgin introduced formally its controversial new fare scheme. Now, there's been a lot of sort of pushback on this from
Yeah, I bet.
sort of Virgin cruisers who've been sailing with the line since inception.
Mm-hmm.
But just to cover off what it is they did and then get your thoughts on it, they've now set 3 fare levels for every option.
Yeah.
That's for Sea Terrace and below. This doesn't affect Rockstar and
Okay.
Mega Rockstar. So they've got something called a base fare,
Yeah.
where sailors choose the most value-driven option. So again, we see this with the likes of MSC.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just Virgin have never done this. They've always just
No.
had one level. So it's a non-refundable fare.
Okay.
Virgin's always allowed you to either refund or change it. It now introduces a new basic Wi-Fi, which is even
Good
worse
luck with
than the
that.
normal one.
Yeah.
And just for one device per sailor, which is just for social media messaging and, as they class it, light browsing.
Yeah.
Not sure what that means these days. Dining reservations only open 15 days before sailing,
Yeah.
and you can't make any changes to the booking, such as names, cabins, dates,
Okay.
at all. It's a locked in. But
I
again,
understand.
you see this on budget airlines, you see it on other cruise lines, just not them. The essential fare,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much closest to what we've got now.
Yeah.
It includes the classic Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
still one device per sailing.
Mm-hmm.
Option includes 45-day dining reservations, along with flexibility to adjust the voyage dates using a future voyage credit, so they give you that back. Name changes are allowed for sailors 2 through 4, so not the primary one, but the other ones. And I think that is what it is now, but I won't swear blind to that. And then for those seeking even more perks,
Yeah.
they've introduced the premium fare,
Yeah.
which delivers elevated benefits. So it lets Sea Terrace and below book in for 60 days reservation windows, which that was previously only open for the suite guests.
Okay.
So you get that in there. However, the suite guests can now book it even earlier.
Oh,
so
right.
it doesn't really
Yeah.
make any difference.
No.
The also includes premium Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had that when we've been
Yeah,
on
yeah,
there,
yeah.
and it is decent. It includes a bar tab each day.
Nice.
Only very small. It's not like Mega Rockstar, but it includes enough to get a drink each day. And priority support for pre-voyage bookings to make any changes that you
Yeah.
need to. They've also stripped out gratuities.
Okay.
Gratuities were always included
Yeah,
as
they
part of
were,
it, and
yeah,
they
yeah.
made a big deal of
Yeah, they did.
this. So if you pay it in advance, it's now a separate line item.
Okay.
So when you look at the booking,
I understand.
it now doesn't include gratuities,
Yeah.
which is $20 per sailor per day.
Wow.
So it's not cheap.
No.
I think on Royal Caribbean, we've just had that, were $18.
Okay.
So it is more expensive. And if you pay it on board, that's if you pay in advance. If it's on board, it's $22.
Wow.
And again, that's to all three of those levels, not shown there. Now, the CEO said that travellers have said to them that this is what they want, and they want clarity and choice, and Virgin is simply making it more simple.
Yeah.
And its pricing model. And it's not about gimmicks or making more money.
Okay.
Now, to be fair, the prices, if you compare like for like what they were 2 days ago to what they're like now, they're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
If you go like for like. So if you went in that middle tier, then it's pretty much the same as it is now, even with the gratuities paid on board. I don't think it'll necessarily stay that way forever.
You know what? I've said it before, I'll say it again. They should have just split out the per person pricing so it didn't look a scary amount when you costed it. Because people, if they costing a cruise or even costing a holiday to that extent, expect it to be per person pricing, not per room pricing, unless they're booking a hotel.
Now, I know you've said this before, and I'm not saying I disagree with you, but on the Virgin website, you can click per sailor, not per cabin.
Yeah, but it's not natural. It's not organic. It doesn't do it.
It defaults to per cabin for the pricing, but it says if you'd like to see it per sailor,
do it per sailor.
You press it on there.
Do it per sailor and watch your click through conversion go.
I would, if I were them, default it to per sailor, but have it per cabin that you can change it to if you wanted.
If you've got that facility with your website, then okay. But
which they do.
Just have it per sailor.
It's been really interesting to watch the social media on this and the various groups, because people are genuinely not happy with Virgin for doing this. And they seem a little bit unusually for Virgin, who are normally incredibly listen to the customer focus.
Yeah.
They seem a little bit blinkered on this.
I don't
know.
Can I just say, I know they pitch themselves as that it's like a hotel.
Yeah.
You have this hotel philosophy, and that's why check-ins later into your room, check-outs later. It's
that's why you get allocated a room, not select a room.
Yeah, this hotel thing. So like, the hotel pricing is per room. Yes, and people expect that, and that's how they're wired.
Yeah.
When it comes to a holiday or a cruise, they like
I
to
think
see.
you're dwelling on that point too
because
much.
It's just too.
Yeah, but you can change it anyway, and that isn't what they've changed.
I don't want to change it. I want it to do it automatically for me. I just want to show me how much is it going to cost.
Let's move on from that before you have a complete meltdown about it.
I'm very red today.
You are, aren't you? I can see them changing this again in the future.
It's a full moon.
It's a supermoon.
Oh, it's an end of a supermoon.
End of a supermoon. Let's have cruising number 2. Star Princess has named its new godmother.
And father.
Yeah, it's got godparents.
It's got godparents.
So I don't even need to read this out because you've read it. Who are they?
I know it's Matthew McConaughey. I can't remember his wife's name. Camilla. Oh, fabulous. And I know they've got tequila, so I really like it. And
do you approve of this message?
I bless them.
Can you think of another ship that's got godparents? I was trying to think of this. I didn't do any research. I was just trying to think of it. I couldn't think of any.
No, but I love it.
I like the idea of it.
And I wonder, this is it. I wonder if they'll smash a bottle of their tequila on the ship rather than the champagne.
For naming it.
Yeah.
Oh, where's the tequila? I wonder if we can get below with a glass right quick.
Yeah, well, they have to make a special glass, don't they, to put it so it smashes, else it's not good.
That.
But
does it have to be champagne?
It's probably going to be wine in ancient times. It's probably something you'd sort of toast the thing, or
I'd like them to do that.
Oh, mead.
Smash a tequila bottle. There you go. Princess Piara.
I'm sure they've thought of it. I don't think
they
it's
might
just.
not have done. Maybe you came up with that.
I don't think so. It was
your
in the
blue sky thinking.
Sky? No, I'm dark sky.
You are dark sky thinking. You'd be like, put it in a margarita, do a 24-carat margarita and smash that against it.
No, they should have the margarita tree.
We've not tried their tequila yet. We need to try that.
Margarita tree, there you go.
Yeah, not a champagne tree.
Not a champagne tree.
Margarita tree in the lobby. Oh, I'm all for that one.
Oh, yes.
I bet they've not thought of that.
You can have that for free.
Yeah. well done. I think it's nice to have godparents, and I'm sure
It's nice to have godparents.
and I'm sure it's nothing whatsoever to
It's
do with the
also
fact
nice
that
to
they're
have
selling their tequila.
It's also nice to have tequila.
It is, yeah. It's part of their love brand, isn't it, of products that are a bit fancy that you get in their premium package.
Yeah.
We love a premium package. We need to go on to try that tequila now. Final cruise news story.
I'm going to say because I have to go to work.
Yeah, I know you do. We talked a few months ago.
You're going to meet your mum.
I am, yeah. New cruise ships for Marella.
New cruise ships for Marella?
Yeah, we talked about this a few months ago. The new Intuition class ships.
Okay.
But not anymore.
Oh.
So they announced that they were going to be having their first 2 brand new ships, because they've always taken older ships and redone them.
Yeah.
But they're having 2 brand new ships built by Fincantieri, who do a lot of those. Marella is fully owned by the TUI group, who also own several other brands, including Mein Schiff. And the TUI brand in Europe is essentially Mein Schiff. It's not TUI. But the order has now been reassigned.
Reassigned an order?
Yeah.
Okay.
To TUI Cruises, not Marella,
Ooh.
who are making 2 new ships in partnership with Royal Caribbean.
Oh.
Which seemed strange. I still figured this bit out. For the 2 new ships to be part of Mein Schiff. Okay. So Marella not getting 2 new ships. So if you were excited to go on those in a few years' time,
wow, okay,
that's not happening. So we're assuming that Marella will continue to buy older ships, because it must need new ships, so it must be at capacity. Hence, looking at them. So it'll be
somebody's
what
had
ships
their
do
abacus
they
out,
buy,
haven't they?
And see. But I thought that were a little bit strange, a little bit disappointing. We've never sailed with Marella. We do want to.
Yes.
And I'm sure there's going to be some very disappointed people.
I keep costing that Nile cruise.
With Marella?
No, with TUI.
Well, the TUI ones are not going to be anything to do with the river cruises.
No,
so
I
you
know.
don't need to worry about that.
Well, just thanks. I'm just sorry.
Interestingly, the biggest competition that Mein Schiff has, being a German brand, is AIDA, which is the other main German ship, and that's owned by Carnival.
Ooh.
So when you then look at the TUI Royal Caribbean one,
it's like, oh, the enemy of the enemy is my friend. What is it?
Again, sure, there's more to it than that, but
is that the right phrasing?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so deep.
You are. Have you any final thoughts before we sign off with a lovely full music track?
Well, I feel I've been a bit spiky today. Apologies for that. Full moon and disappointing cruises and children. So, yeah.
And on that, shall we say bye-bye and play out with a little mood music?
Yeah, I liked mood music today. I've just got to get ready, but...
Well, you can listen to it while you're getting sorted.
While I get my coat on.
All right.
Packed the sunscreen, bought the dress, dreaming of a 5-star yes. Saw the pictures, read the praise, counting down the sunny days. Stepped aboard with a hopeful grin, ready for the fun to begin. The brochure promised paradise, blue and gold, the greatest story ever told. But the welcome drink was warm and flat, and the cabin carpet, what was that? A little voice inside my head wished I just stayed home instead. Oh, the gangway's down, the hopes are high for a turquoise sea and a sunny sky. But the buffet's cold and the staff is tired, the vacation dream has just expired. Welcome to the sweet-natured cruise cast, where the best laid plans just didn't last. My ocean view was a lifeboat's hull, the comedy show was painfully dull. The Wi-Fi sputtered, the AC sighed, and the maitre d' just rolled his eyes. Tried to order room service late, got a busy signal, sealed my fate. Guess all-inclusive has a catch or two, when the only thing included is a flu. Yeah, the poolside cocktails tasted weak, and the balcony door had a terrible squeak. That little voice got loud and clear, what are we even doing here? Oh, the gangway's down, the to the travel tales that you'll hear. The good, the bad, the oh dear me. Right here for the whole